Hello, Connor. We're thinking of you. Maybe your ears are buzzing. Robert just told me that something I said to him a minute ago is something you need to hear. So this goes along with the document that I sent you about the vision for software that can revolutionize online conversations, particularly in text form. And the preface to that, by the way, is that when I heard about the work you were already doing integrating Slack and MetaMaps, it sounds like you are so close to having the tools to do for an MVP of what I've been imagining that I just got super psyched to talk to you. So what Robert wanted me to tell you was my new sense of what the real sort of evolutionary purpose of this work could be, actually, coming from a Teal org frame, if you will. And after the election, it just became really clear to me that of all the thousands of different ways that these affordances I'm imagining could be put into action, there are two that I'm really inspired to call out, and that I think the world really would recognize as being needed, and so we could get funding even to do these. And here are the two things. The first is that you have large networks of people who want to coordinate action together and do work together. And those people are flooding into those networks now after the election as well, but even before you have the situation. And we don't have the conversational tools that allow the self-organizing potential of those groups, the energy within those groups to flow. And I think that this set of tools could answer that quite effectively. The second thing is what happens in our public conversation spaces. That as we know, they're dominated by trolls and vitriol, and you can't have human conversations that build bridges and help us understand people who think differently from ourselves. And I believe that this set of tools would not only help, it would help people to show up fully as human beings, because our emotional valences are part of what gets mapped. In addition, it would because it's not linear, trolls can't interpolate themselves, interrupt the conversations between people that want to have real, deep, meaningful conversations. And so all the angry stuff just kind of has its own space on the map, if you will. And if you want to go there, you can go there, but it can't get in the way of the productive and generative and healing and bridge building conversations that other people want to have. So those two things Robert thought would really get you excited. That's my pitch, my friend. We're talking whenever we can. Robert, do you want to add anything?
No, I think it touched on most things. My perspective, I guess, is just how maps can kind of cut through some of the complexity as well, and help the complexity kind of to grasp that a little more. Yeah, that's perfect.
Well, that was the starting point for all this, is that we don't have tools to handle complexity. And particularly the linear comment thread, even if it's a forum that handles multiple threads at a time, or Slack, the linearity is just a huge block. And that once we get beyond that, thinking the timestamp is how we organize everything, and start organizing by all kinds of other things in addition to timestamps, it's like we have it's a whole new kind of conversation we've never been able to have before. We don't even know what we could do if we really unleashed our capacities that way.
Perfect.